Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to take a journey through our cosmic neighborhood. We're going to try and answer that huge question, what's our place in the universe? Let's get started.
I mean, who hasn't, right? You get away from all the city lights, look up on a clear night, and the view is just wow. It's this huge, dark canvas just filled with countless little points of light. But what are we actually looking at?
And it really does look like the sky is just studded with diamonds. But if you look really closely, you'll start to notice something. Some of those lights are twinkling, and others, like the moon, or maybe a few of the brighter points, they have this steady, constant glow. And that little difference, that's the first clue to understanding our cosmic neighborhood.
So before we go any further, there's actually a name for all this stuff. The sun, the moon, all those twinkling lights, and the ones with the steady glows, we call all of them celestial bodies. It's kind of the catch-all term for everything floating around out there in space.
And here's the most important difference you need to know. On one side, you've got stars. They're these gigantic, super hot balls of gas, and they make their own light and heat. Our sun is a perfect example, but then you have planets, like our home, Earth. Planets don't make any light of their own. They just reflect the light from a nearby star. That's why stars seem to twinkle. Their light is a tiny point coming from so far away that our atmosphere messes with it. But a planet is much closer, reflecting light off a whole surface, so its glow looks much more stable to us.
You know, for thousands of years, people have used these celestial bodies to find their way. In the northern hemisphere, for example, you can use the stars in the Big Dipper, or Ursa Major, to point you right to the North Star. And because it always stays in the same spot in the sky, it was basically the original GPS for ancient travelers. Pretty amazing.
Okay, so let's zoom in from that huge, vast night sky to our own little corner of the universe. It's time to meet the family.
I really like thinking about it this way. It's not just some random collection of objects floating around. It's a system, a family. And it's all centered around one incredibly powerful head of the household, the sun.
And here it is, the family portrait. You've got the sun right there in the middle, and its massive gravitational pull is what keeps all 8 planets locked into their orbits, these fixed paths they follow. The sun is the source of pretty much all the heat and light, and it's the anchor that holds this whole system together.
Now, trying to remember the order of all 8 planets can be a little tricky. So here's a fantastic little memory trick for you. My very efficient mother just served us nuts. That gives you Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, in perfect order starting from the sun.
Now, our solar family is kind of split into 2 different groups. First, you have the inner planets. That's Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. They're rocky and pretty close to the sun. Then you've got the outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. They are massive, made of gas and liquid, and they're way, way out there. Because they're so far away, their orbits are incredibly long. Get this, it takes Neptune 164 of our Earth years to make just one trip around the sun.
Okay, so we've met the whole clan. Now let's zoom in even further and take a little tour of our immediate neighborhood, starting, of course, with home.
And here we are, the third rock from the sun. So what makes Earth so special? Well, it's in what scientists call the Goldilocks zone. It's not too hot, not too cold, it's just right. It has oceans of liquid water and an atmosphere with the air we need to breathe. As far as we know, it's this unique mix that makes Earth the only place that can support life. But we're not flying solo out here. Earth has a constant companion, our natural satellite, the Moon. And our neighborhood is filled with all sorts of other residents too, like countless asteroids. These are rocky bits and pieces mostly hanging out in a belt between Mars and Jupiter.
So just how close is our closest neighbor? The moon is about 384,400 kilometers away. I know that sounds like a huge number, but in the grand scheme of space, that's practically right next door.
And hey, have you ever seen a shooting star? Well, what you're actually seeing is something called a meteoroid. It's a small piece of rock or dust from space, and when it hits Earth's atmosphere at high speed, it burns up because of the friction. That's what creates that beautiful, quick streak of light across the night sky.
Okay, we've toured the house, we've checked out the neighborhood. Now it's time for the final mind-blowing zoom out to see the whole city, the country, and, well, the entire world that we're a part of.
If you were ever lucky enough to get to a truly dark place, far away from any city lights, you might see this hazy, glowing band stretching across the entire sky. That's not a cloud. That is the Milky Way galaxy. That's our home. Our entire solar system is just one tiny little speck inside this massive river of stars. In ancient India, it was beautifully imagined as Akash Ganga, or the river of the sky.
So what exactly is a galaxy? Well, it's a massive system of billions of stars, along with huge clouds of dust and gas, all held together by gravity. And the craziest part? Our Milky Way is just one of millions, maybe even billions, of other galaxies that make up the entire universe. The scale is it's almost impossible to wrap your head around.
So thinking about all this, the planets, the stars, the galaxies, the universe, it can make you feel pretty small, right? But at the same time, it gives us this incredible sense of connection. So let's actually map it out.
This mind map is a great way to put it all into perspective. Just think of it like your cosmic address. See? There you are. You're on planet Earth. Earth is part of our solar system. The solar system is a tiny part of the Milky Way galaxy, and the Milky Way is just one of countless galaxies that make up the known universe. That's your place in the cosmos.
So we started this whole journey just by looking up at the night sky, and we ended up with an address in the universe. And knowing where you are, well, that's the first step to figuring out anything, isn't it? So now that you have this cosmic map, what new questions does it spark for you? Thanks for joining me